It's just before 3 p.m. at Cessnock Local Court and a fresh custody has been added to the court list. The defendant is beamed into the courtroom via video. It's likely he is in the cells at Cessnock Police Station next door. The defendant is probably late 20s, dressed in a surfing t-shirt. I'm not saying which brand. Honestly, right from the beginning, I'm confused about what this fresh custody is all about. Yes, it can be hard to hear from the gallery. Yes, they are talking in police charge numbers, which I'm not privy to. There's charges and dates being said here and there. I can't even work out if this is a fresh charge or a detention application. Sure, I had been sitting at court all day and may have been losing my mind at this point of the afternoon. I definitely was struggling during the morning when they were doing the traffic matters. But before I start questioning my sanity, the magistrate announced that the paperwork is, quote, not in a good state, end quote. It sounds like the original charge is for an alleged assault that occurred on the 6th of November 2024, but it's unclear about what happened after that. It's possible that there is an alleged breach of an AVO for being on the premises, allegedly, but the facts are saying that that happened on the 7th of November 2024, but it's also possible that it happened on the 7th of January 2025. I think everyone shuffling paperwork agrees that there's a typo with the dates. The defendant sits silently as everyone in the courtroom attempts to work through what's happened. Everyone except for me and the sheriff, that is. The magistrate gets everyone, except for me and the sheriff, focused on discovering if the breach allegedly occurred on the 7th of November or the 7th of January. By the way, the 7th of January is the day that this is all happening. It's the day that we're in court. So did it happen allegedly in November last year or today? The second areas to focus on is if the police are alleging the breach happened today, then where is the paperwork? 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 9 trailback riders. Nope, 10 cruising down the main street of Cessnock. Some of them were registered, some of them did have license plates, some of them didn't. Where was I? At around 3 p.m, the magistrate leaves the bench to allow the prosecution to work out what happened. No one notices me leave as they're all crowded around the court file shuffling papers. I think this case is worth talking about because it shows the magistrate is following the law. That's just my opinion. Sure, an application to return someone to jail can be lodged with the court, but it's important to get the paperwork right. The law doesn't allow someone to be held in custody based on a confusing story, typos, and paperwork that's not quite in a good state. I noticed this case was also listed at Cessnock Local Court the next day, so it's possible this bail matter continued on the next day. Why should we, the general public, hear about cases like this? Transparency. It's important the court follows the law. From my observations, I think the magistrate kept the legal proceedings within the law. Fresh custodies are required to follow legal procedures, and it's important to see standards being maintained.